Welcome back to reason 7 for polishing your shoes. I'm just buffing with my favourite brush here, the Renovateur that I put on it yesterday that has now dried in. Now, if you look after your shoes will look after you. And what I want to talk to you about today, reason number 7, is your physical health and safety. You will see by paying close attention, particularly to the underside of your shoe, whether or not it's wearing out or wearing down. This piece here, the bit that they replace on the heel, is called the top lift. Some people call it the top piece. And when you see it start to wear down at the back, you're going to be walking in a different way. And you'll end up, if you keep doing that, with spine issues or knee issues or even ankle issues. And it's important that you keep that piece in good condition. When I was a kid, we used to put segs, little metal pieces all around there, and it made a nice clicking sound as we walked down the corridor of school, but it made your shoes last a bit longer, which was why our parents encouraged it. Also, you'll see in the middle of the sole underneath, this piece here will start to go soft eventually, particularly on your power foot, the one that you use to drive your walking. And once that starts to happen, it'll soon go into a hole. So, as I say, be friends with your cobbler and be sure to take it in before that happens. Now, I'll just talk to you a little bit about polishes as well whilst I'm on the subject. For decades I used Kiwi, and again, not sponsored, they're not paying me. Kiwi's a great polish and it did the job fine for me for years and years, until I discovered the Saphir, which I now use on the uppers. There's a chap also on YouTube, his channel's called The Elegant Oxford. I'll give him a plug because he's taught me an awful lot without knowing it. Preston Soto of The Elegant Oxford, and he's the master of shoe polishing, really knows what he's doing. And he did a comparison between Kiwi and Saphir, and you could see the difference. It wasn't that obvious unless you knew what you were looking for, but there was a sharpness in the focus of the reflection, and it was sharper on the Saphir than on the Kiwi. However, I've got loads of tins of this left, so I'm not going to waste it. And what I do, partly because somebody said Frank Sinatra always insisted on the soles of his shoes being polished as well as the uppers, and if it's good enough for Frank, well, it's good enough for me. And it helps. You're feeding the leather and continuing to feed the leather. Just keep brushing this waxy polish in. Let it dry and buff it off, but if you're going to be walking on carpet, make sure you do rub it off until there's nothing coming off on your cloth. But that is a good thing that you can do to prolong the life, even if only slightly, of the soles of your shoes. So, health and safety, watch out for wear, and particularly this piece here on the heel. If that wears down, you're going to be walking funny, and believe me, I've done it, so you don't have to. You don't want to get spine issues later in life, so look after your shoes. Come back to me tomorrow for reason 8.